News Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
He keeps promising dates and stuff, and he never shows up. He's always got an excuse. I just don't know what to believe anymore.
A warning tonight from a West Fargo man that says he got ripped off by a contractor. The man contacted our whistleblower hotline, upset that after paying the down payment for some repairs work on his home a month ago, he's seen nothing done except for wood piled up in his yard. Valley News Team's Molly Casey spoke with a man who says enough is enough.
I am frustrated.
Timber, text messages, and an expanding timeline. That's all Kevin Tranby has to show for a contractor he hired a month ago.
Since then, essentially nothing has been done.
Tranby's 15-year-old deck is in disrepair. The structure is pulling off of the house and is unsafe to walk on.
I even get scared to put my dogs out there.
So he found this ad in the paper for a handyman. After the contractor gave Tranby an estimate for the work, he gave a $2,500 down payment to start the job.
He never shows up.
The contractor began texting Tranby, telling him days and times he would come.
You get dates and dates and dates, and nothing ever happens.
Although Tranby did find a pile of lumber in his yard a few days later, but nothing has been done with it.
If you're not going to do the work, give me the money back.
We gave the contractor a call, and he told us that he fell behind on other projects and hasn't been able to work on Tranby's deck, but he is willing to refund him most of the money.
I'll find someone else I can trust to be here and to do the job.
From West Fargo, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
We'll follow up with Tranby to see if he did receive his refund from the contractor and let you know the outcome. And as mentioned, this story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. So if you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call us at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. Coming up after, whether a disabled Vietnam veteran who recently had a liver transplant and service dog could be out on the street. Plus, after multiple people reached out to us on our hotline over a man following women to their cars in Fargo, police now have some new information on who this may be. But first, Justin, it's been a cool day for us. How does tonight look?
And thank you, Christine, and good evening, everybody. Here's a live look outside our Valley News Live Storm Team Skycam Network shot in Fargo. And we actually saw some sun before it actually set. We were socked in under the clouds today, but we did get up to 70 degrees in Fargo. Right now down to 65 with mainly clear skies. Moorhead at 64, and into the Grand Forks area, a temperature of 70 degrees. They had a nice day today with mainly clear skies. Other temperatures show we're at 64 at Valley City, 67 Devil's Lake, and a 65 at Jamestown. Into Lakes Country, we were into the lower 60s in northwestern Minnesota, upper 60s to close to 70 degrees where they saw those clear skies. Now we saw the cloud cover mainly into the Southern Valley and into Lakes Country. That has dissipated, moved off to the east, and most of us are seeing mainly clear skies as we head into the evening hours. That low pressure system is continuing to work its way to the east. We're going to keep that northerly flow for a few more hours before high pressure crests over us, and behind it, really warm air will filter into our viewing area, as you will see on the 7-day forecast as we make our way through later on to the weekend and into the start of next week. Let's take a look at what we're expecting tonight, though. We got mainly clear skies, temperatures falling into the mid-40s out toward the Bemidji-Wadena area, where we'll be closer to 60 degrees into the Southern Valley. And then we're going to stay mainly sunny for the daytime hours tomorrow, warm to hot, with temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to lower 90s. And then as we go through the day tomorrow, there's your high of 87 in the Fargo area, mostly sunny skies, clouding up, with a chance of some showers and thunderstorms moving in for evening. Elsewhere across the Southern Valley, we'll see temperatures close to that 80-degree mark. Thief River Falls and Roseau, upper 80s in the lower valley, near 90 in Jamestown, and upper 70s to near 80 into Lakes Country. Then we're watching for some showers and thunderstorms developing. Some could be strong to severe, a marginal risk of severe weather. Timing for this one is Friday night into the overnight on Saturday. Our model is showing that the showers and storms developing and moving through. This is around 12:30 a.m., so you might be woken up by them, but the good news is they're out of the viewing area by around daybreak. And for the rest of Saturday, it looks really nice with temperatures getting into the upper 70s and lower 80s, so not as warm compared to Friday. And then extending the forecast, The rest of the weekend looks really nice. Mostly sunny Saturday, mostly sunny Sunday. Warming up, though, near 90 for your Sunday. Our hottest day on Monday, a high of 95. We got mostly sunny skies with more active weather, showers and thunderstorms possible as we go Tuesday through Thursday, as temperatures fall from the mid-80s into the upper 70s and then back into the mid-80s by Thursday.
All right. Thank you, Justin. And we're following a developing story tonight. Several of you have even contacted us through our hotline in hopes of catching a man who was reportedly following teenagers home in South Fargo. Police now tell us they may have found them. Back in June, we told you about some suspicious activity reported on the neighborhood watch site next door, and that's in the area around 32nd Avenue South, Hornbachers. Now, multiple reports were called in of a black man in his 20s or 30s that was following kids in a silver vehicle. And recent reports have come out sharing similar stories. Now, police say they have identified a man they believe to be involved in the case and have sent possible charges to the Cass County State's Attorney. We will continue to work to get more information. Stay with Valley News Live for further updates on this developing story. A Vietnam veteran who just underwent a liver transplant and his service dog might be kicked out of their rental in Detroit Lakes. Brian Fraser tells us problems began immediately with the adjacent property's landlords when he moved into this home over 6 years ago. And that neighbor dispute has allegedly led to those landlords, Jay and Beth Olness, calling the city to report Fraser's home is not legal. The city came in finding it was not up to code and that it violates their rental property ordinance.
I mean, to me, it's my home. I've got sweat, blood. I've had plumbing work I've had to do. I mean, I've considered it my home for 6.5 years. So it basically either puts me on the street or forces me out of this area. I've lived in this town for over 50 years.
Fraser says numerous people have offered to help fix his home, and he might be able to stay if he can prove it was a rental property prior to the city enacting their rental ordinance. New development tonight in a story out of Pennsylvania. A search for 4 missing men turns into a multiple murder investigation. Now the man police considered a person of interest in the case has confessed to murdering all 4 young men. 20-year-old Cosmo DiNardo agreed to tell authorities where the bodies of the 4 missing men were located once the death penalty was taken off the table in plea negotiations. Investigators are still digging for more human remains at a mass grave that was found on DiNardo's family farm in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which is about 40 miles north of Philadelphia. DiNardo was arrested earlier this week and was considered a person of interest because he was trying to sell one of the missing men's cars. And we're now learning more about a disturbing video that shows a Minnesota police officer shooting 2 dogs during a burglary alarm call in the Twin Cities. We do want to warn you that the video that you're about to see is a bit shocking. This is home surveillance video from last Saturday. In a newly released police report, Officer Michael Mays says that the dogs rushed at him and then were growling at the time that he fired his gun. Mays and his partner were responding to the burglary alarm and saw an open gate to the backyard. The incident turned out to be a false alarm, and the Minneapolis Police Department is now investigating. The homeowners say they want the officer prosecuted for filing a false report. A man from Wilkin County is in jail after police say he stole several vehicles. Charges are still pending against Curtis Silvernail. Police say early this morning they were called to the 2500 block of 230th Street in Wilkin County on a report of a stolen vehicle. That vehicle was found a short time later, but a couple of other vehicles disappeared in that same time frame. Police telling us a total of 4 vehicles were taken. One of those was an ATV. Silvernail was eventually caught in Akron Township after driving the stolen ATV into a field. A Minnesota woman is recovering after a crash involving a semi in Menahga today. It happened around 12:30 this afternoon on Highway 71. Minnesota State Patrol says that a semi driven by 38-year-old Adam Bewley of Grand Forks, North Dakota, was heading south on Highway 71 when a vehicle driven by 34-year-old Ahmed Ali from Menahga was leaving the Dollar General parking lot and pulled out in front of the semi, which then caused the crash. Ali was taken to Park Rapids Hospital. He is expected to be okay. Bewley was not hurt. In tonight's schemes and ripoffs, Fargo police are warning residents about a new scam where people are unknowingly shipping stolen property. In a posting on Fargo PD's Facebook page, they say they've gotten several reports of people being targeted, are often given the title of exporter. They are told they can work out of their home for what they believe to be a legitimate employer. But they are actually repackaging stolen items like high-end electronics and then shipping them out of the country for illegitimate businesses. So if you know about one of these schemes, there's a link for ways to contact the FBI and the FTC. You can find that attached to this story on valleynewslive.com. A product that promises to get